Hey folks, Dave back here in Studio B with some more APBA hockey, and tonight I'm actually testing my new chart here. So I have this new chart I come up with here. It's kind of a derivative of the fighting chart, whereas if I get a fight, I'm just going to roll once to get my opponent, and if I get a coincidental, the same thing. And no matter what I roll, that will be my opponent for the fight in the coincidental. Because, as you know, the APBA penalties are kind of messed up. And what you got to do is roll and roll and roll to try to find someone to fight a coincidental, have a coincidental penalty. That takes forever. So what I'm going to do is roll on my chart. I'm going to get my guy. I'm going to lock it in, even if it's the goalie. That's what we're going to do here. And so this is my play test to see how that actually works. And I'm also going to try out a new system here where the first 10 minutes of the period I'm going to let all penalties happen as they are. But after we get through halfway, or if we get a lot of penalties, or if it's the same penalty as someone else, I think I'm going to roll against their minor rating. And then in the last 5 minutes of a game, especially a close game, I think someone suggested, like I said, we talked about possible penalties. I think what we're going to do is we'll roll against their minor, but maybe even cut it down a few points. Because the idea is I don't want to have zero possibility of a minor penalty, but I don't want a minor penalty late in the game to ruin it either. So, all right, so here we go here. So, again, this is WHA action. It is the Minnesota Fighting Saints taking on the Houston Aeros, and this is 74-75, and I really dug out as many goons as I could find in this game. In fact, I went in, I printed out a list of all their stats, and I purposely put in the top 3 or 4 penalty minute getters for each team. So this should be something else tonight. It really should be. So this is just a play test. I don't know how long I'll go. Let's see how ugly it gets, but let's start it off here. So it's going to be Mike Walton, who saw some time with the Bruins in the NHL, as well as a couple other teams, going up against Larry Lund. Now, you'll know Gordie Howe. Gordie Howe's in the game with Marty Howe and Mark Howe, so he's got his brothers in there. And there's going to be a few other guys here you might recognize if you're a hockey fan. John Garrett's in the net over here. I think he played in the NHL as well. Ron Graham, obviously he played NHL. In fact, I think he and his son both played for the Bruins. I think Ron played for the Bruins. And I think his son, boy, I forget his son's name now. Was it John Graham? I think he might have played too. All right, so here we go, kicking things off for the opening face-off. And it's going to be they're both fours, so it's going to be even. Walton and Larry Lund. And a lot of these guys I haven't heard of. So we got a 3 right off the draw here. So face off, it's going to go the home lefty. So Mark Howe will get the puck here to kick things off. So here is Mark Howe. And we got a 46 for Mark Howe. So Mark Howe, and they're both playing forecheck too, by the way. 41, and cool. This is a possible bench minor or a neutral zone face-off. So we have a 14 and a 15. So I'm going to roll both sets of dice to speed this up. We got a 14 and a 15. No, so there's no penalty. So we just got a neutral zone face-off. The Howes are well represented as the phrase joins us here in Houston. As I'm doing my hockey goon test here, I got a ton of goons up here. Look at Gordie Howe's got a 22 minor rating, 23 minor rating, 24 minor rating. And wait till you see the second and the third lines come out. This is going to be, hopefully it's going to be crazy tonight, but this is going to put things to the test. Let's see, so we got an 8 on the draw right now. So it's going to be the visitor center. So it's going to be, the visitor's Walton. So it's going to be Mike Walton now. He wins it, and he has the puck. And a 16 from Mike Walton. And that's going to be a shot on goal, block +2. So we got a 2 and a 4. That's going to be an automatic shot block. So Walton's first shot of the game, that's going to be blocked in front. And it's going to deflect over to Lund. Lund with the puck now for the Houston Aeros. As we get a televised WHA game tonight. 22. He's going to get a shot on goal. So Mike Lund is going to get the first shot of the goal in game, and it's going to be shooting against Garrett. So his shot range is 26. So Lund fires this one. Saved by Graham. And a 32 over here, 26. So Graham makes the save. They're going to try to clear it. It's going to go to the second highest shooter here. So it's going to bounce over to Howe. Wait, shot frequency. Oh, no, he's 1, 2. It's going to bounce over to this guy. Oh, no, it's actually going to bounce over to Mark Howe. Okay, so it's 1, 2. So bounces over to Howe unless Rick Smith, who I think played for the Bruins, and John Arbor can clear it away. They need a 7. No! So Mark Howe's going to get a shot. So shot by Lund is saved. It bounces back to Markow. He has a shot range of 24. Markow shoots just out of the range. Another save by Graham. And a 25 on his card is going to be picked up by the center by Walton. So we played a minute here, and a couple of shots here by the Arrows got us going. As I have a lot of goons, especially on the second and third lines. I might even let them play a little bit longer if I'm having fun. 7 now. That's going to be a shot block. Automatic shot block. So Walton fires. That's going to be blocked again. And it deflects into the crowd for a face-off in the Houston zone. So I haven't had a penalty check yet, so I haven't had to try anything out. So we'll have to wait till the goons get out here. An 8. That's going to be visitor center. So Walton has it in the offensive zone. Mike Walton. I did put a couple of goal scorers in the game. Oh, and we got a matchup. So let me get my matchup book over here. I thought I was prepared for everything, but I wasn't prepared for a matchup. All right, so let's roll on the matchup chart. So it's going to be the center, and the center with a 6 on the matchup chart. So, okay, so let's put this off to the side so I remember what it is. And let's see what we got. Oh, do I even need to roll this? I might not. Okay, so we got a 6 in the matchup chart. On the center, so Walton skates into the slot. He's challenged by Marty Howe. So we have I versus I. So we have 11 versus, ooh. Oh, no, I versus I. 8 and 9. Marty Howe wins it by 1, and yes, he'll win the matchup. So on that play there, he's knocked off the puck, and the puck goes to the center. So Walton knocked off the puck by Marty Howe, and the puck deflects to Larry Lund. Larry Lund with it now, a 62, and that's going to be a block shot. So Lund fires this one, and that is blocked by Rick Smith, and that deflects into the crowd as well. So we'll have a face-off in the Minnesota zone. 2.5 minutes gone. Teams behaving themselves here as I play some WHA Goon hockey. It's going to be interesting to see how many penalty minutes I do get in this game. A 5, and that's going to be a home left wing. So Frank Hughes has it. Lund wins the faceoff to Hughes. He's in the offensive zone, and he gets a 24, and that's going to be a block shot. So Hughes fires. That shot is blocked, and it deflects to the shooter for a screenshot +1. So Hughes is going to get a shot. So Frank Hughes, he's got a 35 with that addition. So Hughes, he shoots. And that's going to be another save by Graham. And a 64 coming the other way, picked up by the right wing. So Busniak has it. Busniak is a high penalty guy, too. He got a lot of penalties. His major ratings are 44. So let's see what happens when I roll on Busniak. Busniak with a 12. And that's going to be intercepted by Marty Howe. Almost ready for our line change. And Marty Howe for Houston. 65, 36, and uh-oh, here we go. Marty Howe rolls the 36. And let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be a fight. So now I get to pull out my chart. All right. We get to try out my new penalty chart. So Marty Howe's going to fight. And again, I'm just going to go by rank. I'm not going to go through the fighting procedure. That takes too long. You never find anybody. So someone will fight. They're ranked 1 to 6. Let's see who he fights. So Marty Howe drops the gloves. 13 is going to be the highest ranking major penalty on the team, which is probably Busniak with a 44. What I tell you, he's going to get. Yes, it is. And here goes Marty Howe and Busniak. Here they go. Howe drops the gloves. Father Gordy looking on as Howe pounds away on Busniak. Now Busniak comes back with an uppercut. Marty Howe looking on. And this one's going to be broken up, and Busniak took the worst of that one, and the Houston crowd goes crazy. So we'll have a face-off here as Marty Howe and the Goon on Minnesota, Ron Busniak, go at it, and they'll each get 5 minutes for a fighting. So at the 4-minute mark, we have our first fight. And I like how that chart worked out. I got the roll on the chart. I didn't have to spend too much time looking at it. And, yes, we have Gordie Howe, Marty Howe, and Mark Howe all on Houston here in 1974-75. So that was Marty Howe getting in the fight. And he'll go for 5 minutes. So Busniak's in the box. We got to change lines anyway. But Busniak will be in the box for 5 minutes. So Busniak did not disappoint me here. as we get some more goons coming out. So How will go sit down here as we bring out line 2. Well, these cards, by the way, are brand new, so that's why they're sticking on me. Shell is another big guy. I think he was their top goon. So we got more goons coming out for each team. Let me do a quick ODAI check. So I do like the chart. I was nice and quick. I rolled once. I got my fight. I got to broadcast a fight, which I don't really broadcast fights because none of my leagues have fights. So I want to get my ODAI real quick. So we get a 3, 7, 10, 13, 15. That's going to be a 0 again for Minnesota. And over here, we got a, make sure all my cards are in the spot here. 3, 7, 9, 13, 17, and another 1. So it's a 1 over here for Houston. I haven't really used the ODAI too much, but at least today. So here we go. So already we've had some fisticuffs as Marty Howe and Buzniak went at it. So now it's going to be Ted Hampson, who I think was a Golden Seal at one point, and Terry Ruskowski. Oh, boy. And I just dropped my dice. Can you believe it? It was the white dice, though, not the red. It was the white this time, Al, just so you know. All right, so face-off now, and they're both, Ruskowski has the advantage here with a +1, so we got a 10 on a +1. It's going to be disadvantaged center, so it's going to be won by Hampson. And here we go, Hampson with the puck now, a 64. That's going to be a 6. It's going to be a 7, so shot on goal, block 2, so he's got a 2 and a 3. That's a 5, so I need to roll a 6, and I do. So it's going to be a shot on goal by Hampson. That's the first shot on goal for the Minnesota Fighting Saints in this game. He's got a shot range of 24. No, way out of range. And Ron Graham will see his first shot of the game and make an easy save. 22, puck picked up by the opposing left wing. Now Gord Gallant's going to get a shot. So Gallant with a shot range of 21. Gallant shoots. That's in range. 14. And he scores. So Gallant picks up the rebound of the Hampson shot, and he beats Graham. And Minnesota takes a 1-0 lead here on the road. So it was interesting to see who was going to respond after the fight. And indeed, Minnesota. So 4.5 minutes into this one, it's going to be Gallant. I'm going to give Hampson an assist for the shot. And we'll just take a quick look here to see who else got things going on here. So we have a... so we're going to check the defense. And there's going to be one more assist. So we're going to start with the defense. Do I have anybody here? 32, 31. Yeah, so we're going to go, we'll go Ball. Hampson and Ball. And so, 1-0 here for the Fighting Saints. And we already had our first fight. So Hampson and Ruskowski on the face-off again. Ruskowski with a +1. We got a 6 this time, so it's going to be advantage left D. So it goes back to Schella. And Schella has a major rating of 25. A lot of major ratings out here. 66. Schella's going to get a shot, though. The resident goon on the team is going to move in and get a shot on goal. Shot range of 13. And, oh, almost in range, but no. Garrett's going to make the save. 34. The puck bounces to the right wing. And Don Larway is going to get a shot. It's going to be the 5th shot of the game. Larway, shot range of 25, looking to tie the game. No, not even close. And this one's going to be picked up by the right wing by Connolly. So here's Connolly now. 5 minutes gone in the game. A little goon test here of APBA hockey as I get the Fighting Saints taking on the Houston Aeros. And a 23. That's going to be a 3 plus a 1 is a 4. That's going to be a shot on goal. So here comes Wayne Connolly up the ice. Coming down the right wing, goes by Taylor, stops on Schella. He's going to put the shot on net on Ron Graham. A 24, no, it's a 34. It's out of range. And a 4 is going to be a save. On a 42, it's 4, and it's going to be picked up by the left wing. So it goes over here to Ed Ray Taylor with the puck. Taylor for the Arrows now. The crowd sensing something could explode here if the Arrows don't get back in this game. At 51, that's going to be a shot on goal. So Taylor comes down, he goes around Connolly, stops just in front of McMahon from the faceoff circle, fires this one on Garrett. Ooh, that's it's on range. I think that was a 32, wasn't it? And that's a score. If that was a 32, that's a goal. And this game is tied. I think it was. I did, because I think I hit it when I moved it. But anyway, we're counting as a goal. The ref says it's a goal. It's a goal. So this game is tied on the goal by Taylor. So let's see what we got for assists going on here. It's going to be 2 assists. And we're going to start with the center and the right wing. So at 6 minutes, we got a tie game here. That's going to be Taylor. And we start with the forwards. No. Let's go back to the D. And no. We'll go back to the forwards one more time. And there's no... Oh, there is an assist rating on the goalie, but that's okay. So we're going to go to Larway. So Taylor, Larway, and let's see who else gets an assist here. One of the Ds. Yeah, Shella. Shelly. Let's go, Shella. All right. So, 1-1 score as Bruce shows up. Good to see you, Bruce. I'm doing a little test here. I got a new penalty chart I'm using here, and I'm playing some WHA teams with some goons on here. And you might know this guy here. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Anybody know this guy, Jack Carlson? Anybody know Jack Carlson? Yes, you do. Anybody know this guy, Gordie Howe? Yes, you do. So there's some guys in here you might know. So face off at center. 6 minutes gone, 1-1. Taylor on the goal for Houston. So we got a 5. And that's going to go to the right wing over here, Conley. Conley with it now for Minnesota. Conley, 51. That's going to be a shot on goal. Conley, shot range of 24. He shoots this one on Graham. Saved by Graham. And it's going to be a rebound. Let's check the rebound here. So the rebound is going to highest shooter, but ooh, a 1 is not that good. So it's gonna go back to Conley. No, I think actually he can get his own rebound. I'm pretty sure he can. Oh, highest I rating. Never mind. 6, 4, 7. Yeah, it's gonna be this guy. So it's gonna be Gord Gallant. But if he has a 7 with a 1, that's gonna be kind of yucky. No rebound and a face-off. Yeah, with a 1, you don't get a shot. So we got a save and a face-off. 6.5 gone by. Go Arrows! Steeler fan. And Bob B's in here as well, as we got some WHA hockey happening. This is kind of more of a test playthrough tonight, as I'm testing out this chart that I come up with here. I can't really see it in the light there. What it is when I have a fight or coincidental, I roll once now. Instead of rolling through everybody, I just roll once to get my fight. And we already had a fight. Marty Howe got into it with a resident goon for the Saints, and they're still in the box. This guy here, Buzniak, is still in the box. We got a 5 now, face-off in the Houston zone, and a 5 is going to Conley again in the offensive zone this time. Is that the Berger penalty shot? No. I am using the Berger. This is the Berger shot right here. This is what I am using. But you can see how you can still get coincidentals. You can still get fights. The problem is once you did have a fight or coincidental, you were just rolling forever trying to find somebody to fight. And sometimes I never found anybody. So when I come up with this chart here, it's basically just a modification of the fight chart in the book. So I roll once, and I just look at the rank, and that's who he fights, or that's who the coincidental is, and it's done, and we're good. Since I'm not doing season replays, then as far as stats go, I really don't know if that's a big deal or not. All right, so I don't know. I forget where I was, but we're going to give Conley the puck, and we got a 46. It's going to be a possible bench minor. So we're going to roll the bench minors here, and no. Wait a sec. So no on Houston, and yes on. No, I'm sorry. Minnesota has the puck. So it's a 33, 50. No, that's a if that was a 14, that would have been a penalty. So no penalty. Let's check for a. It's going to be a face-off. I was getting all excited. I thought we had another penalty. I'm trying to get penalties in this game. WHA action, PJ. Yes, it is. As we got the Minnesota Fighting Saints, a goal by Gallant. Put them up 1-0, but Taylor tied it here in the second. So we're almost getting ready for line 3, and that's when the sparks are going to fly here in line 3 as I do my penalty test. So we have an 11. Advantage right D. So it's going to be Paul Peter Popeil with the puck. It's Popeil as he breaks it out. 33. He's going to get a shot on goal. So here comes Popeil. A shot range of 13. He shoots this one on Garrett. And that's going to be a save by the Fighting Saints goaltender. And a 31 is going to be picked up by the left wing by Gallant. Team's almost ready to change as Gallant has the puck. And he's going to get a shot. So it's a lot of offense. I thought we'd have a lot of penalties. We got a lot of offense in this game. Here comes Gallant. Shot range of 21. That is out of the range. Graham with the save. 33. And it's going to go to the opposing right D. Now, he's got a shot frequency of 6. So what I do here is I got to roll, and I got to get 6 or less. Otherwise, he just gets the puck. That's kind of how I do it. Again, the asterisks aren't really defined, but if you read between the lines, I think that's what it is. So he's got to roll 6 or less. No, so he just gets the puck. So the puck goes to McMahon. He can't get the shot off. And a 14 plus 1, so that's going to be a pass to the right D. So he's just going to keep it himself. That would have been, without the ODAI, that would have been an RSOG. Would have been a potential shot on goal, but he's just going to hang on to it. So he just passes it to himself. And a 46 now, and a 42, and, another possible bench minor. Another possible bench minor here, 46, 42. So let's roll to see for a bench minor here. And, oh boy, so I got a 65 and a 13. Yes, so it's going to be no for Houston and yes for Minnesota. So they will get a bench minor here as we bring out line 3. So in the first period now, 8 minutes gone by, we got a bench minor penalty. And we're going to bring out line 3. We're not even going to hesitate. We're going to bring out line 3 on the power play here. And there is Jack Carlson coming out. Now, I think I'm going to have WHA serve the penalty. Fran Huck is another name you guys might know. I know P-Jet knows who Fran Huck is. And so let's get line 3 out here. Labossiere. Gord Labossiere. Another P-Jet player. All right, so let's get the ODAI here. You know we're going on the power play. I still want to get the ODAI. So it's 1-1 here in the first. Houston will go on the power play on the bench minor as the coach was yelling something to the referee. So we got 3. And that would be 5, 9, 10. Ooh, that's not good at all. That's a -1 for this line. And then this line here, let's see, 2, 4, 7, 11, 13. That's a 0. All right. And Robert, yeah, this is my goon. Robert, this is my chart here. I don't know if you saw it. This is my new, I think I sent it to you. I'm not sure if I did. This is my new fighting and coincidental penalty chart. Whereas if you get a fight, instead of rolling through everybody, I roll once and I check the rank, and that's who you fight. And the same for coincidental. Instead of rolling through everybody, I roll once, and that's who it is. It's ranks 1 through 5 and even the goalie. So I'm testing out my chart to see how it works. This is my first playthrough to see if it works at all, to see if it's out of whack or see if it works. But we already had one fight, and it was kind of fun. Okay. As Al's asking everybody, what's their favorite game? Yeah, what's everybody going to play tonight? I'm going to try to bang this out real quick because I think Dave Little does basketball. But so anyway, Al's playing some Action PC baseball tonight. That's cool. Al's been doing a lot of football on his channel, too. That's been fun to watch. Although the Patriots losing the other night, that kind of hurt. I'm not going to lie. That kind of hurt. All right, so it's going to be a face-off here as Houston, line 3, will take the power play. Jack Carlson is out with Fran Huck and Joseph Bill Butters and Pat Westrom, all household names. Well, Carlson is. We all know who Jack Carlson is. So it's going to be a +1 for Huck. So we got a 5 off the draw and disadvantage right wing. So Hall's going to get it and start the power play here for Houston. A 23. And that's going to be a 5. He's going to get a shot on goal. So right off the face-off here, Labossiere wins it over to Hall. Hall, now I got to check here. So they got a -1 and a +1. So that wipes it out as far as the visitor and home power play rating goes. So just a +2. So he's got a 26 shot. That's going to be a save by Garrett. A 13. That's going to be picked up by the right wing. There's no right wing. And so he'll just hang on. So face off here in the zone. 30 seconds gone here on the penalty. And Bob's going to play some Status Pro Advanced Baseball. Oh, that's cool. And Robert's got the Cubs and the Cardinals coming up on his channel tonight. Have you done any more APBA hockey, Robert? I don't think you have. I think you said you're going to go every other day or every 3 days on the hockey. 7, so it's going to be the home. Oh, we got a +1 on a 7. And advantage right wing. No, so there's no advantage right wing. So what I do on face-offs, just to prevent the rolling, so the face-off's 1 over here, and it's going to be picked up by this guy. That's what I do. Because you're on the power play. If you win the face-off to the open spot, that's tough luck for you. That's one of my rules. So I get a 63. So it's a 25. It's going to be intercepted by Westrom. 1 minute gone here in the power play. 53. There's no matchup on a power play, so it's just going to be a 19. He's going to flip it all the way down, and it's going to be Irwin now starting it up. No time sequence. Irwin now. Irwin for Houston. 22. It's going to be taken away by Huck. Huck makes a nice play. Take that away, and he's going to try to finish off this power play here. 61, and he will. He'll get up the center, and the penalty is over. So Danny O'Shea will come out. I think they have Danny O'Shea and Kevin O'Shea on his team, but I only dressed Danny tonight. Year of the Rat game coming up against Calgary. Fantastic. It's fun watching you do the APBA hockey there. So now we get a face-off here. Teams are back to full strength, so I'll get rid of my power play chart. And here we go. So 46 now, so it's 10. 10 off the draw. Disadvantage center, so it's going to go to Labossiere. So Houston with it now. As line 3 and the Goons are out. 42. And that's going to be a Soga. Do I have anybody with a 42? Oh, actually, that's going to be a -1. It's going to be a 3. So that's going to just be a straight shot on goal. Because I have the ODAI. So Labossiere is going to get a shot on goal. 23. Here comes good Labossiere. His shot. It's 32. That's going to be a save. And a 53 is going to be kicked out to the right wing. So Danny O'Shea swoops in to pick up the puck for Minnesota. No puck for you. I like it. Yeah. There it is. The Railers going back this year, Bruce? I got to get back out there to see some of the Railers. I don't think I'm going to get season tickets. But I think I'm going to go to some Railer games this year. As we get a 13, that's going to be a 6 shot on goal, block 1. So they have a 1, 2, 3. So I need so it's a 3 + 1. So I need a 5 or better. Yes. So O'Shea brings it up. He's going to get a shot. Here comes Danny O'Shea in a 1-1 game. O'Shea shoots. Oh, 21 is just in range. 56. And he scores. Danny O'Shea buries the shot behind Graham. And Minnesota goes up 2-1. So a harmless-looking play that drifted into the Houston zone, and Danny O'Shea beat a stunned Ron Graham. And this one now is 2-1 for the visitors. So we're going to get 2 assists, starting with the defense. So let's take a look at the defense there. Ooh, yeah, we should here. 15. Yeah, so we're going to give it to Butters. I like Butters. So Butters is going to get an assist here on the goal. He played 11 minutes. This was O'Shea, Danny O'Shea, and I'm going to give Butterball an assist. And who's going to get the next assist? Let's see. So we'll go with Jack Carlson. Oh, do you guys know Jack Carlson? Yes, you do. Jack Carlson, he's been a good boy today. He hasn't caused any problems. He even picks up an assist on the Danny O'Shea goal. So 2-1 Minnesota over Houston. And, yeah, let me know what's going on with the Railers there, because I know that they canceled last year. It should be good to go this year. And we definitely want to get out and see you guys again. So, and right off the draw here, so it's going to be Huck with the advantage, and he'll take the puck. No, home center, so it's going to go to Labossiere. Labossiere with a 12 here. 25, intercepted by Westrom. Almost time for another line change here. Not as many fisticuffs as I thought. And let's see, they'll be out. Yeah, so Marty Howe and Buzniak will be out of the box from their fighting ranges when we make the next line change. 46, 45. Another possible bench minor. Let's roll here. And no bench minor on anybody. So let's see if we're going to get a rare play or a face-off. We're going to get a rare play. So let's open up the book and let's check the rare play chart. as Westrom had the puck, and let's see what happened with Westrom. So we got a 63 and a 63. I go to my rare play chart. Well, yeah, he would have been in Slapshot, but I think he was called up by this team here, Minnesota. That's the team he went to when he didn't get in the movie. It was Minnesota Fighting Saints. All right, so we got a 9 and a 63. So let's see what the rare play chart says, shall we? The visitor left D loses a skate edge, and he's out for the rest of the period. So Butters, poor Butters, wipes out on the play, and he's going to have to sit out as he gets his skate fixed. So Terry Ball will come in to finish out the period, but as a matter of fact, we go to a line change anyway, so it really won't matter too much on that rare play. So while Butters gets his skate fixed, we'll change the lines and go back to line 2. And not a lot of fighting, not a lot of penalties. So I haven't really got a chance to get my my chart into use, just the one time. So we got a face off here. We'll go face off at center ice because that was a rare play. And I almost lost my white die again. So I got a 6 on a +1 for Ruskowski. So it's going to be advantage lefty. So it comes over to Scheller. Scheller with it now for Houston. Scheller a 12, and he's going to lose this one here to McMahon. Mike McMahon, not Vince. He's going to lose the puck to McMahon. McMahon, remember Jesse the Body? McMahon, 63. He's going to lose this to the right D as well. So Paul Popeil steals the puck, and he gets it now for Houston. You're still in the waterproof section. Yeah, we want to get out there, too. We want to get out there. Sharon's still recovering. She's doing better. I'm still recovering. Mine was much less serious than hers, but my knee's a lot better. I could be skating as soon as next week if all goes well. And I got a 65 here, 36. Oh, here we go. Popeil. He's looking to square off, so we got a 36. So we'll go to my chart. 36, 11 to 45. Yes, here goes Popeil. So now I get to pull out my chart. So, Robert, if you're watching, check this out. So, Popeil, he's going to drop the gloves, and instead of figuring out, going through, I'm going to roll once, and that's who he's going to fight. And it's going to be the highest-ranking guy. So, Popeil, he's going to square up, and he's going to fight. Let me see, the highest guy. So, I got a 46. It's going to be Gallant. It's going to be Gallant. Yeah, these guys are 0, 0, 0. They're all 0 except for this guy is a 46. And here goes Popeil and Gallant. They're slugging it out, lefts and rights. Popeil hammering away on Gallant. Gallant now kicks the leg out from under him, and they fall on the ground as Gallant piles on with a couple of more punches. And Scheller skates over and looks at Gallant, and he says, yeah, we're going next here. So we have another fight. It's Popeil and Gallant, as the big guys are not disappointing me in this game whatsoever. That's our second fight of the game, and that's going to be Gallant. And over here, we're going to have Popeil. And the crowd is already into this. Where's Dave Little? Where is Dave Little when you need him? Gord Gallant, the highest, I think he had the highest amount of penalties in the league that year. So Gallant's going to have to sit out for 5 minutes, as we'll bring out the first line here. So, no, we don't want to go Jack Carlson, that's for sure. Yeah, we will. We're going to bring Jack Carlson back out. So Jack Carlson will come back out as we're going to keep stirring the pot here, and Popeil's going to have to sit. So we'll bring out Marty Howe, who's out of the box. Marty Howe got into a fight already, so we'll bring out Marty Howe. So we're going to have to mix up the lines here. I'm not going to recalculate ODAI. It's not that important to me. So we had a fight here. So 13:30 at the first period, Gallant and Popeil go at it, and here we go. And Bob P said, I just got in the crease. Yeah, I got the PC version of that. It's okay. The PC version of that's kind of fun. But for me, the Cards and Dice is going to be APBA. I just got a bunch more seasons in today. I did an unboxing video on them. But for me, this is the game for me as far as Cards and Dice go. So what if you roll and it's not a fight, or it's now an automatic fight? Okay, so what happens is I go to the burger chart here, okay? If it's a fight, I roll here. 36, I roll. It's either a fight or coincidental. 37, fight or coincidental. 40, fight or coincidental. So those are your fights right there, 36 to 40. Okay, so 36 to 40, there's going to be different chances for a fight or coincidental. So what I'm doing is that if you get that roll from 36 to 40, I roll to see if it's a fight or coincidental. Then I go to this chart that I made up here, which is just kind of out of the book according to the fights. And then I use this chart here to determine who the fight's against or who the coincidental's against. Because too many times I would roll, and so if I was going to fight here, that was going to be a fight, and the first guy I rolled, if I rolled a 15, let's just say I rolled something higher than his, there would be no fight. So now when it says fight, it's fight. Okay, and coincidental too. When it's coincidental, it's coincidental. I roll once, I find the guy, and I'm done. So that's kind of how I'm using this chart here. It's one roll to find who you're going to fight or who the coincidental is. No more rolling 5 times and finding nobody. Damn it, we're going to have fights, we're going to have coincidentals, and that's what we're going to do. And that's what this test is about, to see how that works out. So far, I like it because I found my fighting guy twice, and we're done. All right, so I got a face-off here at center ice in a 2-1 Minnesota game. Let's see if I can name 2 former Seals. Well, I know Fran Huck was on there and Hampson as well. So I get Fran Huck and Ted Hampson. So that's what I do know. I don't think Garrett played for the Seals. I think Garrett wasn't he like L.A. or something like that? Oh, we'll see. So let's go. So hopefully, Robert, that answers your question. And again, that's just my fight chart because I want to resolve the fight right away and the coincidental right away because too many times I get the potential fight and I roll, and there's no fight, and then there's no coincidental, so a fight turns into a minor penalty way too much. So that's why I did that. And especially with teams like this, I wanted to goon it up. All right, so Ruskowski now with a +1 on a 9. It's going to be advantage center, so Ruskowski gets the puck for Houston. They trail 2-1. A 14-36, and here we go. Here we go. I got a 36. Okay, so now on a 36, 11-45 is the fight. Yes, and now Ruskowski drops the gloves. This is exactly what I wanted to happen tonight. So now let's see who he fights. So I'll roll my other dice here just to mix it up here. So Ruskowski goes 31. It's going to be the highest ranking guy that's on the ice right now. So guess who that's going to be? It's going to be Jack Carlson. That's why we put it out there. Ruskowski and Carlson, they're slugging it out. Carlson drops his glasses. He picks them back up. He puts it back on. He continues to beat on Ruskowski. Oh, who needs a movie contract when you can use your fist in a WHA game and they finally separate him? And Ruskowski is going to have to head to the dressing room. He has been bloodied by Jack Carlson. And Carlson comes out, gets his job done. So I only got one left winger for the rest of the period, and that's George Morrison. Oh, man. Oh, and so at the 14-minute mark, we have more fights as it's Jack Carlson taking on Ruskowski. So Ruskowski's going to go and get some medical attention as the battles continue here. It's like, this is the Goon game. This is what I wanted. As I found the guys to fight. It's great. Huck wasn't. Oh, Rick Smith. I thought Fran Huck was a Seal. Fran Huck played for somebody. Was it like L.A.? Cause I think he's in my 70-71 replay. That's what I think it was. Rick Smith. I didn't know Rick Smith played for the Seals. I think you're right. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously you're right, but I just don't remember it. Bob says, I got Status Pro. Was kind of bored of shooting over and over. Yeah, I got Status Pro to flow. I figured out how to play it, but yeah, it was just like shot after shot after shot after shot. It really was. Al, thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll catch you later on. I'm probably not going to play the whole game tonight. I might just finish out the first period here. But I want to just kind of test out my thing here. Mo says, for coincidental, use the minute rating. Yes, you're supposed to on a coincidental. So let's just say this guy gets a coincidental. What you're supposed to do is roll, starting with the highest minor rating, and roll and roll and roll until you find someone. The problem is, all these guys, I got 14, I got a 0, I got a 0, I got a 12. So if I roll anything high, so 35, no minor, 33, no minor. So I end up rolling through everybody and not having anybody for a coincidental. And the reason why I use the Mike Berger chart here is to let me know on a coincidental, is it a coincidental or is it just a single minor? Oops, sorry. So, I mean, or is it a misconduct or a face-off? So I use this chart to lock in the penalty. Once it's locked in, now I have to find somebody to fight or find somebody for a coincidental. That's why I come up with this chart here, which is basically just a little variation of what's in the book to decide who you're going to fight. instead of always going to the highest ranking guy, you actually roll the dice. It is heavily favored towards the highest ranking fight and the highest ranking minor guy, but there is a chance that the goalie's going to fight, and there's a chance that the goalie's going to get a coincidental. So this is what I'm testing out tonight, because I'm sick of rolling through everybody and just having everything be a minor penalty. If I use the chart over there and it says fight, it's a fight. I find someone. If it says coincidental, I use this. I get somebody for a coincidental. So that's kind of what I'm doing tonight, if you follow any of that. I just got tired of having everything turn into a minor penalty. So we have another fight, and the box is filling up as we have Gallant and Carlson in the Minnesota box, Popil and Ruskowski on the other side, as line 2 still out here. Let's see what happens now. Boy, this has been kind of crazy. And, St. Louis was, yeah, I think you're right, because I've had him in my shootout replay. 8 off the face-off here. 8 is going to be disadvantaged left wing, so it's going to go to Morrison, who's going to have to play the rest of the period, so he could be tired out here at some point. A 33, he's going to get a shot on net. Here comes George Morrison for the Fighting Saints. He's going to shoot on Graham. He's got a 26 shot. That's going to be a save by Graham, and it's going to be picked up by the opposing left wing. So Morrison gets the puck back in the corner, spins around, looking to make a play in the offensive zone. Morrison stick handling around Howe. Down gets away from Schella. And a 21 here, 31. And this is going to be a pass, but I got to check the physical check of 10. So I check it. I don't even have to do an intimidation check. 3, 4, 5. It's like 20. So they're going to lose the puck here. So that's what's funny about this game here. Although these guys, Hampson's only a 1, and this guy's only a 1. And so the 3, 6, yeah, they would even get it too. So, yeah, so we're not going to pass the physical check at all in this game. Not against these guys. It's the same way I played in a game in the 70s, and the two teams are such goons, I didn't have to check on the physical check there. So it's going to be taken by Schella now, and he's going to ice the puck, and we got a whistle. So 15 and a half gone here in the first period, and 2-1 Minnesota. 7 off the draw. I think that's going to be the home center. No, I'm sorry. It's going to be the right wing. It's going to go to Don Laraway now. PJ, who the heck is Don Laraway? Don Laraway with a 42. That's going to be a 5. That's going to be a Soga. Do I have a 42? I do. Lund is a 46. So he's going to get the shot on goal. So this is going to be shot 11 on John Garrett as Laraway takes a shot. Shot range at 25. Shot. That's going to be a save by Garrett. And a 45. It's going to be a 6. It's going to be kicked out to the defense. And no, he plays it himself. He'll just tie it up. So now we'll make our final line change of the period. We'll put line 1 back out here. So the Goons will get a rest. Busniak had a fight. He's out of the box. Mike Walton is here as well. He played with the Bruins. Schella's going to take a rest. And now we're going to have the Howes out here. As we have Gordie Howe back on the right wing, Marty and Mark back on the defense. I want to make sure that nobody out here that's in the box right now. So we have Carlson and Gallant in the box, so he's okay. Popil and Rakowski, yep, so we're good to go. So we got 4 minutes of play in the period. A couple minutes to go for the first set of majors are up. Hey, Dominic, thanks for coming in. I'm just kind of checking out my my new penalty system here. I want to get the penalties in every hockey game. Penalties are a problem, and even in football too. So, so here we go here. So we got a 9 here off the draw. So these guys are evened up here. So visitor left wing. So it's going to go to Morrison. Morrison with it. Morrison, a 45. And he's going to be taken away by Frank Hughes. Here comes Frank now, trying to get around Busniak. Busniak throws an elbow on him, but he slips by him anyway. And I'm going to have a pass physical check. Yeah, I don't even think I have to do that. Nope, I don't even have to do any physical checks at all in this game for the most part. Stolen by Morrison. Here comes George Morrison. Don't call me Morris the Cat. 54-32. And there's another physical check. Yeah, not even going to bother with that. And it's going to be taken away by Hughes again. 2.5 to go in the period now. 2-1 Minnesota. Is there any rules for tired players on the ice? No, there's not rules for tired players out here, but there's almost like a gentleman rule where you keep changing the lines, and if you want to penalize somebody, I mean, I don't think it's the only penalization is if someone's playing the off position. So if you put a right wing at center and he's not rated for center, you're supposed to track subtract 1 from his rating, defensive rating. For the most part, I don't think there's any penalty for that. Again, it's all on the honor system when you play the game. Some people, though, have said that if someone's out there for a long time, they will penalize them, the shooting percentage or the defense or something. I tend not to, though, because I try to change up. 26 intercepted by Morrison now. So 2 minutes of play in the period. And we got a 15. And he's going to get a shot on goal. So here comes George Morrison. Don't call me George Harrison, and don't call me Morris the Cat. 26. Shot. That's in range, but it's going to be a big save by Graham with the 1. Nice shot by Graham. And it's going to be kicked out over here to Markow. So here comes Markow now. Minute and a half to go here in the period. And Markow, 28. And that's going to be taken away by Busniak. Busniak, who went at it with his brother, Marty Howe, earlier in the game. He's going to skate with the puck now. 26. And it's going to be taken away by Markow. So 30 seconds to go in the period. And 46, 41, and here we go. Oh, it's going to be a possible bench minor. I'm sorry. Possible bench minor. And yeah, it is. It's going to be a bench minor on Minnesota. So Minnesota is going to be serving a penalty here to kick off the second period. So the score after 1, it is Minnesota 2 and Houston 1. So I think I might wrap it up here because I know some other people usually do Friday nights. I kind of just wanted to play this a little bit tonight. Oh, I got to fix this right here. Sorry about that. Let me see if I can give that a little bit more space over here. See if that looks all right. I just want to give this a try with the penalty system. So far, I like it. I think what I'll do is I'll just continue playing offline and see if I have any issues with it. But I did want to get on a little bit tonight and play. I wanted to test out my new camera setting. That seems to be working okay. The lights seem to be okay. I mean, there's not much I can do with some of the glare. But so I think I'm going to finish this offline and see how it goes. But so far, it's what I expect. We had a lot of fights. I found fighters. I'm dying to check out the coincidentals here. So anyway, yeah. So thanks for everybody that tuned in for my little test flight here with the WHA. I will finish the game and I'll post it on Facebook in the group and how we made out with penalties and the whole bit. But I just wanted to see it in action, and I wanted some of you guys to see it in action and get your thoughts and see what you think about the fighting and the coincidental thing I was using there. And also, if I get too many minor penalties, I've decided I'm going to kind of whittle them down. I will start rolling against the minor ratings if I get too many penalties. So I'm going to go grab some dinner myself. And, Dominus, yeah, I have. I played this a lot, so I got the game streaming pretty well. And, and if you've learned anything from me, great. Again, I don't always play it correctly, but how I play it, it's very enjoyable. As you can tell, I really, really like this game, and I look forward to playing. I've been looking forward to this all day, and it's just been one thing after another. So I was kind of hoping to play the whole game today, but since I didn't get on until about 6 o'clock tonight, it was a little too late to play the whole game because I know, like I say, I know Robert's got some baseball coming up, and Dave Little does some basketball, and I know Al does some stuff on Friday night. So I don't want to get anybody's way tonight, so I figured I'd get in and get a period out of the way, check it out. See what everybody thought. And so, again, let me know your feedback. If you play Apple Hockey, let me know what you think. You know, if I use my chart here, that way I definitely have a fight, and I definitely have a coincidental, and I don't have to worry about just having everything be a minor penalty. So I'm using this in the Mike Berger chart, and then I'm still got to work on how many penalties in a period. So if a guy gets 2 penalties, the second one is going to be a possible penalty, and then especially with under 5 minutes to go in the game, I'm really going to tone down the penalties. It's not going to be a 0 chance, but it's going to be a lot less than normal. And yeah, the Stags and the Racers. Yeah, I should definitely play more. Although these 2 teams are the most penalized teams, I think. As you can see, Jack Carlson and Gallant and Busniak were heavily penalized that season. So Bruce B. Oh, I got 2 Bruce B's in here. Holy cow! I just noticed that. And they have the same green logo, so I thought it was the same guy. But I'm sorry, we got 2 Bruces in here. So I'm gonna jump out. I'm gonna get myself some dinner tonight. Thanks everybody for watching. And, again, I welcome your thoughts. If you play Alpha Hockey, what do you think about this here? And what do you do for penalties in the whole bit? The penalty system in Alpha Hockey is a hot mess. I'm not going to lie. It's a hot mess. And that's why I'm kind of trying to work with it here, because everything else about the game is great. And if I can get the penalties down, I'm going to think about it, and we can have some fun. Larway never played in the NHL. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of these guys I don't. Some I recognize and some I don't. So anyway, no toning down the penalties in the WHA. Yeah, no, I didn't. Tonight I let it ride. I just let it ride. But I really wanted to test out my chart to find the fighters, and I did. And the guys who I thought would fight, and it's been fun. And I got the 3 Hows, and I got Jack Carlson and Rick Smith. I like Rick Smith too. So anyway, all right. So again, I said I'm going to leave 1,000 times. I'm out. I'll talk to everybody later. Might do a live chat tomorrow night. There's some talk about doing a live chat, depending what happens. I got a full day of hockey tomorrow at the rink. Yeah, it's going to be hot, so I got to see how I feel when I get home. But hopefully we'll have a little live chat going. We can continue our chat room there tomorrow night, live on here on YouTube. I'm Dave, playing some Apple hockey tonight. Talk to everybody later. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for commenting. And we'll talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.